What's up YouTube, this is Rudolph from Iron bringing you a shiny Pokemon Wi-Fi battle. And until further notice, my random Pokemon Showdown Tuesdays will be cancelled because I can't seem to get Pokemon Showdown to work on my laptop right now. So until I figure out what's going on with that, I cannot bring you guys any more Pokemon videos, which really sucks because I was really looking forward to it today, but I just can't seem to get it to work at all. But instead, I chose to have a Wi-Fi battle with one of my friends who just recently got the game, and as you can see already, he's bringing up pretty much OU, uh, more OU tier pokes than I do, and in truth, I just wanted to do a couple exhibition matches and just throw in Pokemon that I've never used before. And the only Pokemon on this entire team who's had a Wi-Fi battle experience would be my Basculin, really. So the rest of them I've never used. I've fully trained them and everything, but there's a lot of gang up that you'll see on a couple of my pokes. A lot of them just get ganged up on by both Pokemon quite a lot, and it kind of made me a little upset, but whatever. So this was a double battle because I thought it'd be cute to have both the Meowstics out at the same time, but it really sucks because I couldn't get them to shine together as well as I thought that they would, so I thought it was a cute idea. It just didn't work out too well, so I just grabbed some other random pokes that I never used to try and show them off just a little bit. So we had a couple of other battles, but I didn't record any of them because of the fact that he's got the majority of his team are like OU tier, and the majority of the team Pokemon I was using are in the UU or NU, or not even in a tier at all, because they never get seen at all, period, Wi-Fi battle-wise. So I just kind of just didn't save anything aside from this one battle, because out of all the teams that I used, I think this team is the only one that actually even stood even remotely a chance. So I just kind of gave up after a while, and today's just not seeming to be a good day for Pokemon, sadly. So this is all I've got to bring for today. But so let's just ignore all that and just hop straight into the battle, shall we? Now, like I said, this battle is a double battle, mainly to show off shiny Pokemon that I've caught, fully trained, and never bothered to use. So he's going to start off with his Roserade and Greninja, as I'm going to start off with my Meowstic duo. I kind of wanted to show the supportive and the offensive side of both of them to try and get them both a little bit of screen time, because I feel like Meowstic is just a couple pokes that people just kind of don't pay attention to too often, which is kind of sad, and it really sucks. But my male Meowstic sadly does not have the prankster ability, so it made it a bit harder to set up screens and everything. It would have been a lot easier if I had one with the prankster ability, but mine has keen eye, which really sucks. So I know I haven't really been commentating this video very well, have I? So I have the Misty Terrain up. I've set up a light screen here as his Roserade is going to go for a Petal Dance on my male Meowstic, and this is where I said it begins to get gang-uppy, even though Petal Dance, you can't really decide where that one goes, but it was just kind of the start of where things started to drift off to. So he's going to hit my male Meowstic with Water Pulse. Considering they seem to be focusing on my male one, I figured that was the perfect time to try and set up a Calm Mind. So I got the Calm Mind up, and then I managed to set up the Reflect. So I got the dual screens up as well as the Misty Terrain. So that means that no status problems, all physical and special attacks are cut in half, and he's just gonna finish my male Meowstic off with one more Water Pulse, which is sad because I really wanted to get at least one attack off with my male one, but that's not how it happened. So I set up one more Calm Mind on my female Meowstic to try and get her special attack up as high as I could before I knew I needed to battle. And because I have the light screen up and both and 2 calm mines up, I am able to take, I wouldn't say take that Giga Drain well, but took it better than I thought. So I send out my Plusle here, as he's going to switch out his Greninja, obviously, knowing that Plusle is an electric type Pokemon, and he goes into his Garchomp, and I didn't see that coming. But I go for the extra sensory to try and get rid of Roserade, and that worked, so we're 1 for 1 right now. And I actually went for the Thunder Wave on the Greninja, hoping that he would switch into something else, but it's not how it happened. So he's going to send in his Pidgeot as my Misty Terrain goes down, which really sucks because when Misty Terrain's up on the field, Pokemon that touch the ground cannot get hit by Dragon-type Pokemon attacks, so that really, really sucked, and I thought I had it until then. But I managed to get off a Shadow Ball on that Garchomp, lower its special defense as it goes for the dig, and Pidgeot wing attacks my Meowstic, which, because the Reflect was up, I was able to survive that and take this thing out with an extra sensory here. As my Plusle was going to go for the Charge Beam on Pidgeot, but it was already dead. So Garchomp's going to go for the dig on my Plusle, and that's going to take Plusle out with 1 hit. I'm pretty okay with it. I'm actually surprised that I'm still lasting for as long as I am right now. But I sent in my Dunsparce here, and Dunsparce is actually kind of the bane of my existence. For those of you who were with me when I was trying to catch a shiny Eevee, I believe it was in December, it really, really sucked. So he's going to Mega Evolve his Charizard here into Mega Charizard X as I go for the Shadow Ball on that Garchomp just to finish that thing off. I did not need that thing causing any more problems anymore, as he's going to go for the Flamethrower on my Meowstic, and I was okay with that at this point. She did a very good job, and she's kind of the MVP of the video, actually, for all the work that she did. But I'm going to get the glare off on that Charizard, thanks to Dunsparce, and I'm going to be able to paralyze that thing as I send out my Basculin here, because I figured even though I don't have a Fairy-type counter for this Charizard, or really any kind of counter for it, I don't have any more Dragon-type moves, Pokemon, or anything, Basculin would be my best bet to at least do some neutral damage on it. He sends in Lapras. As I go for the Waterfall on Charizard, he's going to get a Parasong off, which really begins to scare me. But I managed to get another Glare off on that Lapras to paralyze it so that my Dunsparce is not lagging too far behind. As his Charizard's going to go for the Flamethrower on my Dunsparce, and that does clean, like, little over half, and I began to get worried at this point. So I was going to go... I was going to go for Waterfall again on the Greninja, or on the Charizard, but he switched into Greninja. So, even though Greninja is also a Water type, it didn't take that hit as well as I thought it was going to. But I decided to roost here on my Dunsparce and get it back up to at least half health, or almost full health, but I think it healed it up all the way. This is going to go for the Ice Beam on my Basculin, and I know there's not really too much I can do anymore at this point. As our countdowns fall for Parasong, I decided I'm going to switch Dunsparce out. Don't ask me why I chose to save Dunsparce instead of Basculin. I still don't quite understand, but I'm going to go into my Venomoth here, as his Greninja's going to go for the extra sensory on my Basculin, which really sucks because I went for the final Gambit, and I was hoping he was going to target my Dunsparce, but that's not what happened. So I do very little damage to that Lapras as he goes for the Ice Beam on my Venomoth. And Lapras' countdown is down to 1, so I know he's going to switch Lapras out as I send in my Dunsparce again, and now it's 3-2 as he's going to go back into his Charizard. His Greninja's actually going to use Water Pledge on my Venomoth, and we barely survived that by Sliver, which allows me to get the Sleep Powder off, which I really needed that Sleep Powder to go off really badly. So that was a plus. As my Dunsparce is actually going to go for the Ancient Power on that Greninja. I thought it was going to do more, and it's really sad that it didn't, and I knew he was going to switch Lapras out, and I don't know why I didn't target the other one, but it's whatever. So I went for U-turn here, considering that's going to be super effective on that Greninja, and that does enough damage to take the thing out from where it was at, which leaves an ancient power on Charizard's front doorstep, so that actually did a clean amount of damage. As I get the all-stat raise there, I'm like, oh my god, I'm still in this. I still at least have a chance at this point. And I get the Para Hacks on his Charizard, which so helped me out so badly. And so we're down to our last two pokes each, as I go for the Acrobatics on Lapras, thinking that it was going to do more than it actually did. And Lapras is really bulky. I kind of learned that today. Then I managed to get another Ancient Power off on that Charizard, and that takes out the Mega Charizard X. As Lapras is going to go for Surf, and that's going to take out my Venomoth. So now we are down to our last poke on both sides. So this is where things kind of get interesting and kind of spammy, because Ancient Power is all I really got on my Dunsparce in terms of offensive. And I get the Para Hacks here as I go for that last Ancient Power, hoping for a crit just so I can end this battle, and it didn't happen. So he's going to go for the Ice Beam on my Dunsparce, and at this point I was beginning to get a little bit afraid, so I went for the Roost, hoping for the Para Hacks, because I didn't need to get frozen, I didn't need for an unnecessary crit somewhere, and for me to miss a move. So his Lapras managed to do more damage on the second one than it did on the first one, so I said, I can't Roost again, so I just went for the drill run. I didn't miss, and that means I am able to take out that Lapras, and so I managed to win by a sliver of a hair with these pokes that are not used too often. I mean, the only ones I really see used more often than not is Venomoth, but they're always running a special set. Mine is a physical set, considering mine had a negative special attack nature, so I went for a physical set. So I was actually surprised that I was able to win against a lot of these Pokemon, but sadly that is the only victory I've got out of any of my Pokemon. So with that, if there was anything that you saw or anything that you heard that you liked, then please give me a thumbs up on the video. That's what helps me bring these Pokemon videos to you, as well as bring more content on my channel. Leave a comment down below if there's anything you'd like to say or add, and you know, if there's any suggestions on what else I can do, because I know I got the random Pokemon Showdown on Tuesdays and the ranked Wi-Fi battles on Thursdays, which I will be bringing back. I know I missed last week, so I will probably do more battles this week to make up for it. So instead of 2, I might do 3, and if I have enough time to squeeze in, I might do a 4th, depending on how short the battles are. So this week, be expecting triple battles this Thursday, and until next time I see you guys, I'll catch you later. Bye!